So I think we can all agree that putting money away for retirement used to be pretty simple. You'd work your entire life, you'd save 10% of your earnings, and at the end of your career, you'd have a good amount of money saved up. And you could actually count on Social Security benefits and possibly a pension to supplement your income. That was great. Well, those times are officially over. Right now, we have real estate and the market is completely shifting. Americans on the verge of retirement believe that they will actually have to put off this major life-changing decision simply because they have not taken their finances seriously or their finances have taken a hit over the past 2 years. And in addition to that, inflation is continuing to rise, which means your buying power is reduced, which also means you can't save as much money or invest what you used to. And many wonder if they will even be able to put enough away at this point to get there. Well, here's what I can tell you. Here's something that I highly recommend. Do not put off investing. Don't put that off, because the farther you wait, the longer you wait, it actually hurts because you don't get that compounding interest and that growth. So here's something I highly recommend. I'm going to put a link down in the description box below. If you do not have an investment account, go and open one up through Webull. It's absolutely free. You open up your account and they will give you free stocks. You do not have to use your own money. That's the beautiful thing about Webull. So I'll put a link down in the description box below. Make sure you go and use that. But here's the truth. Saving for retirement is getting harder. Saving 10% of your income is now not enough. Now, financial advisors recommend that you save between 15 and 20% or more of your income. And this is starting in your 20s in order to be able to comfortably retire. Keyword, comfortably. Now, here's the math. I want first to explain the math, then I will explain why retirement is getting so much harder. Experts say that your retirement income should be equal to 80% of your pre-retirement income. Now, I'm just going to throw out an example of $50,000. That's your income that you use right now. Every single year, you need $50,000 to live. Okay? This includes all your expenses, your mortgage. It includes any essentials that you need, right? Or any activities, any entertainment. It includes medication, right? All this stuff. $50,000. Well, let's take 80% of that. That brings you to $40,000 per year. Now, if you want to live off of $40,000 per year, you can do this. Well, the simple math is multiply whatever you need per year. So we're going to use $40,000. Multiply that by 25 because that's going to be the amount that you need. Okay? That's going to be the amount that you need set aside in a retirement account so that you can actually just live off of the interest. And in this case, be about 4%. Now, you need $1 million. Okay. Now, this is why saving for retirement is getting so much harder. $1 million used to be that end goal. I am rich if I have $1 million. Well, in this case, not so much. With real estate prices starting to pretty much turn around, and we are expecting more trouble with home prices, well, here's the issue. Millions of Americans are relying on their homes as a way to make it through retirement. And the problem with this is that they're not going to have the ability to do so with prices actually starting to turn down. With the rising interest rates, we know home prices are going to actually begin to fall a little bit quicker. And with less and less inventory on the market, this is a big one. Many retirees will not be able to sell their larger homes and pretty much go and flip over into something much smaller, easier to maintain, and less expensive, which would mean they could put any additional money that they get out of their bigger home into retirement. That's an issue. But here's the reason it's an issue. Because there's not many homes on the market. And if you look for a starter home, something very small, guess what? You cannot find it. And if you can, they are very expensive because there's not many out there. And as a result, these people are going to have to simply just wait, hold on to their properties, meaning they will not have the luxury of using real estate as a way to supplement their retirement income. That's horrible, because the problem is millions and millions of Americans are using their real estate portfolio as a way to supplement their income. Maybe they're not getting any type of rental income, but they could be using their real estate as a way to, well, for one, not pay as much because maybe the house is paid off, which is great, but they still have to pay property taxes. They still have to pay other things, maintenance, right? And so that's one of the issues. But if that wasn't bad enough, listen to this. In a recent survey, 70% of Americans, they believe that paying off debt and putting money into savings is much more important at this time than planning for retirement. Now, I can tell you right now that if you put money into an investment account, into the stock market, wherever, or even real estate, but you put it in when the market is seeing red, it's almost rock bottom. And I don't know if we're there yet, but when you put it in times of high uncertainty and fear, peak fear, you're going to see great returns. But that's the hard part, is putting money in when everybody else is pulling money out. Now, in this survey, it also says that only 17% of people said that putting money aside for retirement is their top priority. Guess what? That's a huge concern if 1 out of every 5 people is thinking, I need to put money into retirement. The other 4 out of 5 are saying, I got to put money into savings. I got to pay off debt. And so, again, it's a huge issue. And one of the other shocking statistics that I read just recently is only 25% of U.S. adults have, 25% of U.S. adults have no money saved up for retirement. Nothing. Absolutely zero. That's shocking, because when we are looking at potentially seeing less and less for Social Security, right? We're seeing other programs, other U.S. funded programs could potentially see cuts or could just be done away with. Well, what happens when the next group of people, right? People in their early 60s, what happens when they get to retirement age? They're ready to retire, but there's nothing for them. That's a huge concern. So for me, I'm in my mid 30s. I want to make sure that I set myself up for success, not just myself and my wife, but my kids, right? Our family. I don't want my kids to have to pay for myself and my wife to make sure we can have a comfortable retirement. That's not the way I'm setting things up. So here's what I can tell you. Saving for retirement is going to get harder. But in times like this, where prices keep going up, what you need to do is figure out a way to budget. And here's what I recommend. Okay? And you can do the 50, 30, 20 principle. You can do that. That's fine. But what I recommend is take money out every time you get a paycheck. The first thing you need to do is take money out and put that into a retirement account. Put that into the stock market. Okay? Put that into a separate account where you know it's growing. It's growing, whether it's a growth stock or you're getting paid a dividend. Make sure it's growing in some way. Okay? Again, not financial advice, but this is what experts are going to tell you. The first thing you need to do is take the money out of your paycheck and put it into an investment. Do that first, and then take the rest of your money, and then you pay off all the essentials, all your bills, all the things that you're very important. And then at the end of that, you have maybe a little 10, 15%, maybe 20% left. And those are your wants. Those are the things, like entertainment, eating out, things like that. That's what financial experts are going to tell you. Again, I'm no financial expert, but I can tell you this is what they are going to say. Okay? Pay yourself first. Because if you don't, you wait till the end, there will be absolutely no money there for you. All right? So that's what we know at this time. Again, saving for retirement is going to get harder and harder. So start now and make your life much easier. All right? All right. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.